Hi, I'm Graham Lasso, and you're listening to Eat, Sleep, Chelsea, Repeat with Chris, Craig, and Brady.
Sleep, Chelsea, repeat. Eat, sleep, Chelsea, repeat. Eat, sleep, Chelsea, repeat. Eat, sleep, Chelsea, repeat.
All right, we are live. Welcome to the Eat, Sleep, Chelsea, Repeat podcast. It's episode 169, entitled Chelsea Burned by More Drop Points. Pun being Burnley and burned. I'm Craig, and I'm joined by my good friend Brady and my brother Chris today. We were all at the game Saturday, all ready for a big, comfortable win. Everyone's still to play. Didn't quite materialise, did it, guys?
No, it didn't materialise, and it's always the games that I feel most confident about. Where I go in thinking, yeah, this will be a win, and then to be fair to Chelsea, they've set fire to a lot of points at home, so it's almost expected.
I've been setting fire to some points and pans in the kitchen, and been given some cooking assignments by my girlfriend. Luckily, I didn't miss my assignment. I cooked dinner tonight. We got the result, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a very poor. It was a must-win game with the fixtures we have coming up, and we didn't win. So, very bad taste in the mouth this week, I have to say.
Yeah. For those that didn't watch the game, it was Chelsea 1, Burnley 1. João Pedro with a 4th-minute goal to get us on our way. But unfortunately, there was a lot of nothing in between that and Fofana's red card in the 72nd minute. And then Zion Fleming, who's been popping up with a few goals for Burnley, actually played quite well in the game.
Good player.
The 93rd minute header from a corner. The XG, I think, in this game is a bit of a nonsense in a way. I mean, 1.99 to 0.85. It looked like Chelsea well on top and should have won comfortably, but doesn't really tell the full story of the game. And you even see the momentum graph here. If we sort of pause it, for those that are listening on the podcast, you won't be able to see this, but if it had stopped there, Chelsea looked like they're riding home pretty comfortable with a comfortable home win. But yeah, the red card from Fofana, really stupid red card, really threw a spanner in the works. And Brady, give me some likes and dislikes from the game.
Well, my like is not from the game. My like is it's a Club World Cup hangover season, and the good season's still in our hands. I mean, we do have difficult fixtures, but we have that in our power to finish top 3. I think we can catch Villa still. Have a good CL run and have a good FA Cup run. Whether these things happen is another thing, but we do have it in our power to still have a good season. So, considering that we've drew to Leeds and Burnley at home, that's not the worst spot to be in, but these players really have to turn up in the run-in for this season.
I'd say adequate season rather than good, unless they pick a trophy up.
Top 3 is pretty good.
Yeah. Look, I think you said about Club World Cup hangover. I think this is a Dubai hangover. My dislike for this game was these guys all swanned off to Dubai. Obviously, They got the memo Craig went, and these guys came back and they looked like they almost scored too quickly in this game. As soon as we scored, it just became a bit of it'll be a procession. And the players dropped, the intensity dropped. People were trying to make too many short passes. They weren't, making overlapping runs as much as we've seen before. And it all became a little bit too pedestrian. And, fine, Burnley scored at the end, but this was a very, very poor performance. From basically after the goal till the red card. I know we had a lot of possession and sort of field tilt, but it wasn't really.
I think the start of the second half was really good. The first 15 minutes of that, we created a lot of chances in that, but didn't materialise really into XG. But
yeah. It was just a lot of nothing in the game. And then obviously the red card came and maybe that would have waken them up, but they decided to bring on loads of people who were not good enough to be playing at Chelsea, and the whole thing just got completely disorganised and a complete mess. And Burnley could have won it at the end, to be honest with you. They actually had got a few good openings, and that free header at the corner should have gone in. It was a really good chance. So, count our blessings at the end. But went on holiday, and it felt like they were on holiday all week, to be honest with you. That's my dislike.
Yeah, I mean, look, the game overall, I think everyone will be disappointed. Definitely at half time, I think it's been the theme this season with Chelsea where the games that they've gone 1-0 up in, they've switched off or taken their foot off the gas. And we have the most points dropped from winning positions in the Premier League with 19. 17 of those points are at home. We have 2 points out of 9 against the promoted teams at home. I mean, if you just look at the league table from where it is, if we could have picked up 7 more points from where we were right now, we'd be comfortably in third and really looking at City as like a team to go. And that's just by beating Sunderland and Leeds and Burnley at home. And 2 draws and a defeat in those 3 games is absolutely shocking. And yeah, that's my dislike, is the form against the promoted teams at home. The gimmies, the easy ones, the 9 points you get given at the start of the season to kick you on and yeah. Chelsea have been really, really disappointing in those games, and yeah, that's potentially going to cost us down the line. But we'll see. Certainly, the fixtures coming up are a lot trickier than the ones that we've just had. Does anyone have any likes from the game?
No.
That was a disgrace.
Brady, I thought you said you had an outside like. No,
I've already said it. I've already said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move
Club
on.
World Cup hangover.
Yeah, the Club World Cup hangover. All right, let's talk temps. Let's talk about the players.
Time to see whose form's on top, who's heating up, whose temperature's dropped, who's been playing well and who's not. It's freezing, warming up, boiling hot.
So, in the freezer for this game, we've got Malo Gusto from Brady, and myself, to be fair. And Chris, who have you gone for?
So I've got, just the entire team could have been in the freezer, to be honest with you, apart from Neto probably. But yeah, look, I want to talk about Enzo. We got to talk about Chalobah, and we have to discuss Cole Palmer at some point. And what he's up to.
There's a lot of freezer. Well, let's start with Brady because I'm on the same page with him. I think Gusto was really poor in this game. I know he's playing out of position, so we'll give like semi-defense for him, but really, really poor performance.
I mean, there's a lot of bad things going on in the world. You turn the news on at 10, there's a lot of bad things going around, and Malo Gusto at left back doesn't help matters. I mean, I can barely put up with this. This guy's barely palatable at right back. Put him at left back, I want to throw up. You needed width in this game. I mean, Scott Parker said after the game that he wanted to block the middle of the pitch. Yeah. Malo Gusto is impossible. He cannot spread the play. There was actually a bit in the first half where Pedro Neto, I don't know why, he swapped wings, and Gusto didn't realise. And Gusto was still tucking in, not even realising that his winger has swapped. He's still obsessed with tucking in and coming in and playing defensively. And Scott Parker also said that we wanted to slow Chelsea down. Well, Malo Gusto is very, very good at slowing the game down. Probably one of the world's best. I might quite still call him slow-mo because he literally slows the game down, puts his foot on the ball. He's got no quality on the ball. He can't shoot. He can't cross anymore. I just want him sold. He's not good enough. And I have no idea where he started this game. It was a perfect opportunity to start Jarell Hato. Jarell Hato has been playing a bit better lately. Had some good performances. He was quite good against Arsenal in the away leg in the League Cup. He was good against Hull. Give him some minutes against Burnley. Nope, he plays Gusto left back. Terrible selection from Rossini. And just when Hato come on, he wasn't great, but he at least had a shot and he had an assist for a Delap. I don't want to see Gusto at left back ever again, man. All he wants to do is tuck in. And against low blocks, we need width. So it's just impossibly. It's just so bad.
Yeah, this left hand side with Gusto and Neto and Santos. It was shocking for the whole game, to be honest. No good combinations. The times we did get in behind, it was Gusto getting in this sort of inside channel on his left foot. One of the times he tried a no-look cross with his left foot. I mean, there's a video actually of Santos who's in this exact position where he is on this graphic here. And he's just got his head in his hands when he sees it. He just can't believe what he's tried, Gusto, when he gets in behind. There was a good moment in the second half where Gusto got in behind. Obviously, it does take advantage when it's down that left side. It got it to Palmer, and Palmer actually miscontrolled the ball on the penalty spot. But, Gusto at left back is shocking. He makes really bad decisions with the ball. He's always looking to cut in. He's no threat to be creative. There was a time where Gusto on this right side could do something, because then the underlapping run, he's on his right foot. You saw against Wolves, he got in once and he decided to shoot instead of cross it to Palmer. But there's been times where he's played this role on the right side and looked okay. But yeah, he has no left foot whatsoever, and he cannot play this role. And I know they're struggling with Cucurella out to find a solution. Hato's not been amazing. But yeah, we've had enough of this. And this combined with Neto down this left in this game, with Santos as well, who had a pretty poor game as well. I mean, there's no... If you were to combine these three in this sort of area on the left side of the pitch, I mean, there's no surprise we barely created anything from these situations.
Chris, you went through all the stuff that they did. I mean, they did create stuff. Obviously, Neto got the goal from that spot, and Gusto had some good. He had the best opportunities. So there was stuff there, but the quality is poor.
If you put Hato in those situations, Gusto would, he was one of them a lot better. Hato can actually shoot as well. He scored at Charlton.
I just wanted to quickly bring up as well that Fofana has somehow escaped all of our freezers.
No,
he's in the freezer. No, he's in the freezer.
He's a special man. He's
a disgrace, that guy.
I think I was thinking about Fofana as a character, and he was smiling as he was going off the field. Obviously, it's a little bit frustrating to see, because obviously it's a massive moment in the game, and you don't want to see a player smiling. I was thinking about his driving license points. I think if you were hiring someone, you were interviewing, then you found out that they had. I think he got 40 points, 40 driving.
He had more points in his license than going for Chelsea at one point. I don't know if that's got to be.
I think if you saw that would be a red flag, on just a character red flag, right? Like you would be like, this is a character. Like, I wonder about how seriously he takes things, and that decision to come in for that tackle obviously is a really poor decision. And I really like Wes Fofana as a player. I'm not sure about the mental aspect for him. I just don't know. There's not many centre-backs with his personality elite. That's what I would say. No. I think in general, centre-backs are more composed than him. And that's a concern. And obviously the red card, as you can see from the momentum and whatever, we would have never lost this game if we hadn't had a player sent off. So, a key moment in the game, and Rosina didn't look to blame him, but clearly an issue. Chris, you want to talk about a few players? Let's talk about Palmer, because I completely disagree. Actually, Palmer is my warming up. So let's talk about Palmer.
Well, he cost us the game, didn't he? Basically, with his chances that he missed. One of them he miscontrolled on the penalty spot. He's just not switched on at the moment. And then the one where he's through on goal, his panic stations. He took it far too early. It was a 0.2.
He has got one of the fastest players in Premier League history trying to catch him.
Right, but that doesn't really make a difference as well.
That goal was made for Palmer. Just put it in the near post though.
The goalie was in the wrong position as well.
That's his signature finish. Just near post, slot it in.
Yeah, he was really poor again. Palmer, just generally in the game, he just looks so lost all the time. Like, I don't know where.
I don't agree with that at all. Actually,
I don't.
In fact, most of our good play comes through Cole Palmer still.
What was his expected assists in this one?
0.2.
XA is 0.2, but his XG is 0.4. Again, this is a poor game allegedly from him. A terrible game, you just called it.
Yeah, the XG. He has to score in this game.
Yeah, I think he'd be disappointed that he didn't take one of his chances. But
his XG should be a lot higher, because the one he miscontrolled would have been like another 0.2.
His general play this is what I say. His general play is still good, and he's trying things, trying to nutmeg people, and he's actually getting a bit of freedom. Yeah. But his mojo in front of goal is just completely gone. I mean,
we've seen it before though. We've had this Palmer problem before with him.
The Leeds miss is obviously inexplicable, but his open play threat from goal threat has gone down massively. I mean, that is
all I'll say on Palmer is the problem is he's got loads of credit in the bank, but people aren't watching the games. They're going, he played really well 2 seasons ago, therefore he should be allowed to just miss these chances. If this was Neto who had gone through and goal, and missed, everyone would have hit the roof. Palmer does it, and it's like, oh, it doesn't matter.
Neto
It
did
should
miss
matter.
chances in this game as well.
He was very, very bad, Palmer, in the key moments in the game. Yeah, like he gets the ball, he can pass it to one of our players. That's like very minimal acceptance of what we're doing. He's in the most important position for us, which is a 10, and he's going to get a lot of chances in the game for us. And he's been, he's supposed to be someone who can take him. And so far, he's proven that he's missing more than he's taking, and that's a real concern.
So I have the opposite take to Chris, and I think actually Palmer in the last 2 games has shown a real uptick in and starting to show that he's actually getting fit and starting to play really well. I thought he was our best player against Leeds. I know the miss at the end of the game, but 2.2 XG plus XA in the game, really creative. I love the formation that Rossini is running with him and João Pedro playing really, really close together. I think we've got a little passing map here, and you see the positional spots that Pedro and Palmer take up together. They always are really, really close together, and they've had really nice link up in both these games recently, which obviously have been 2 draws, but I think they've both played really well in the games and obviously could have scored more in their opportunities. I think Palmer will be really disappointed in this game that the positions he found himself in were really, really good. And yeah, he miscontrolled one. And also there was a couple of spots. One, he should have passed to Enzo in the second half. That period of the first 15 minutes of the second half, we should have scored a goal. I mean, we were quite good. We came out the blocks. I think the criticism under Maresca, a lot of the times coming out of half time was that the players didn't look motivated, didn't quite get. We had a shocking last 30 in the first half, and we came out and you want to see a reaction, and I thought we did see that. I remember chatting to Brady actually during the game saying, like, we're going to score in a minute. It felt like the goal was coming, and it didn't end up coming. But, I don't think that was necessarily, a consequence of anything tactical or whatever. I think the players just didn't deliver in that situation until the red card. But yeah, I think Palmer... I guess I've made my warming up case for him already. I think he's starting to show that he's getting fit, and he's going to be a really important player for us. Down the stretch, obviously.
Needs to improve.
Chris, you've got another couple of freezers. Do you want to just talk about one out of Enzo and Chalobah?
I'll just say Chalobah, very, very lucky.
Enzo had a really poor game, by the way, like a shocking.
So my thing on Enzo is I completely forgot he was playing. I mean, probably the most invisible performance of anyone.
I don't see... So one of my frustrations from this game, I think we did our predicted teams or whatever, what's worked really well is this formation with Enzo sort of coming in from that left side and playing that left 10, Palmer playing the right 10. I don't know why we went... Obviously, was a reason we went away from that in this game. I don't know why. Maybe it was to sort of shoehorn Neto in the team because he scored a hat-trick against Hull. Like, I don't know. Like, I would never have played... would have changed that. I think that was working really well, and against Leeds, could have led to way more goals than what it did. Tactically, I think it looked really good. So yeah, frustrating that he moved.
I think because of Walker playing there, he couldn't risk.
Yeah, he moved him to that right 10, and there's obviously some tactical advantages to that, but I think he looks way better in that left 10 role, and Palmer looks way better in the right 10. But yeah, talk about Chalobah because me and Brady would never have put him in the freezer.
I mean, he was lucky he didn't cause a goal at the beginning of the match. Every time Fofana's not there...
Well, I'm trying to think of what you were even referencing there.
So the one where Caicedo swept up after him, where he miscontrolled the ball when it came over his head. Okay. And we've seen that a lot from him this season. He really struggles with high balls.
Yeah.
But also, he's there with Fofana and everyone's like, oh, we're in control. Fofana goes off and it's absolute bedlam at the back. And Chalobah is supposed to be someone that people, if Chalobah was rated on his performance from the red card till the end of the game, he was diabolical, along with Tosin and whoever else came off the bench. They were so badly organised, a lot of them. And we look at Chalobah as kind of people talking about being a leader, whatever. These guys can't organise themselves on the pitch. And, we look to Chalobah to do that because he's playing a lot more of the games. He should know a lot more of the tactical setups and be organising people who are coming off the bench. Especially people like Tosin, who completely clueless half the time. A Ching Pong, he probably doesn't really know what he's doing. Obviously, James, he can't last 90 minutes, so that doesn't help. So I'm looking at Chalobah and I'm thinking, this guy is not leading our defence. And that's a real problem for us when Fofana isn't there. And we'll probably notice that against Arsenal because Fofana's suspended. But there are no leaders in our defence. without Fofana, and this is a big issue for us going forward.
Literally the captain.
Yeah, but he barely turns up. So it's Chalobah's playing almost every game, isn't he?
He played like 95% of this game, Reece James. Can't say he doesn't. He'll play.
But he hasn't. But he's barely played like the previous 4. I think he's played 1 out of the previous 4.
He was injured, yeah. Reece James.
Yeah, so Chalobah's playing every week, isn't he? Basically.
Yeah.
Chalobah, I think, is leading the minutes with even ahead of Rob Sanchez, I believe.
Yeah, so I look to Chalobah to be a lot better than he is, and as soon as Fofana goes off, he just sort of wilts into nothing, and we need people to stand up.
Chalobah is what he is. He's a CB4 really in a team that's like a flexibility guy, and he's having to.
All I'll say is, if Colwell was on the pitch, he would take charge.
Yeah,
and that's the difference.
He's not as good a player as Colwell, which is why he's the backup player. Right, let's talk about warming up. Brady, you've got Neto in your warming up.
Yeah, I thought Neto was better in this game. Obviously, he got an assist in the game, and he actually showed a bit of. How to describe it? There's a bit in the second half where he actually took players on. He was kind of more aggressive with his decisions. I mean, look at the stats: 93% pass accuracy, three chances created, 2 big chances created. 4 out of 6 successful dribbles, 4 out of 7 ground duels, solid. Yeah, I thought he was good. It's well known that I haven't really been a fan of his form recently in the league. I think he's been poor. I think he did a poor winter. We could say that much. But obviously he had a confidence boost at Wolves playing in a 10. Obviously he's been playing in a 10 might be an option because he did look pretty good there. I think he suits his skill sets quite well. I do feel sorry for him because there were times in this game where I was a bit confused tactically what was going on. He just kept going to the right, and I don't know if they told him to do that, but no one was going over to the left. So I do think in this game, I mean, this isn't an excuse. I mean, I do think at some point Garnacho or another winger's got to see minutes. I know Garnacho is not great, but we needed to stretch Burnley, and it was just a point where Neto was just basically being 2 wingers for the price of 1, really, or 1 winger for the price of 2. Sorry. I mean, he was doing all the work. He was switching over, trying to create something from both flanks. He needed help. I think Esteval would have been a huge help in this game. Or Garnacho if he came on. And I do think against Arsenal, just bringing it forward, I do think we need to play 2 wingers. Because we really struggle to break teams. I mean, Arsenal are going to be so packed in the middle. They're so well organised. We need to stretch teams and make them think about something. So, yeah, I thought it was good. 1 out of 7 accurate crosses for Neto. Needs to improve his accurate. It's well known that his accuracy is quite low. For whatever reason, he continued to cross it into an area rather than into a player, or maybe the movement's not good in the middle, one of the two. But yeah, he was a lot better.
Yeah, Chris, you want to follow up about Neto? You love Neto, don't you?
I thought he played well. Yeah, I thought he was good. There was one he put across the area which I thought was decent when I think Palmer and Pedro were on their heels, as they often are, unfortunately, in those spots. So there's a lot of
players like Palmer and Pedro.
There's a lot of good stuff happening with Neto at the moment, which is important. And he's assist in this game was very, very good. Great off the ball movement and a very accurate cross for the goal, where Pedro almost missed. To be fair, I don't know. We weren't quite sure if he had scored when the ball had gone in.
He did sort of bundle it in.
Yeah.
I think he did fine, to be honest. I think he got it in.
Yeah. Look, everyone was getting on his back. He didn't play well for a bit, but I think he's been fairly solid this season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he had a really poor run where he didn't score an assist for sort of 8 games there since the Arsenal League Cup game. But yeah, it's nice to obviously you get the whole game, which is like a gimme. You're playing 10 and he scores a hat trick, which is great. And then nice assist today. It'd be nice if he hit a bit of form back again because I think he was playing really well to start the season. Sort of this sort of area around like Newcastle, Cardiff, Everton, Bournemouth.
Need to get him on penalties. That usually gives people a bit of a boost their numbers, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'd be nice for him to get more XG and XA as well. That'd be always helpful to get more goals and assists. My warming up, I already talked about Palmer. I think he's starting to show his true self again. We won't go over that again. And boiling hot. I guess no one's really got anyone for boiling hot.
No.
Nope.
Wasn't really many options. Right. That's that game done. we can either do. Do you want to do around the grounds, or should we talk a bit of Chelsea squad building? What do you guys think?
The squad building.
Right, let's do some squad building stuff. So, a guy called Chicago Dimitri does some good stuff on X. He put up a little Sporting Dimension page, which sort of shows the squad in 4 groups, which is how I think the board will sort of view the players as well, which is, players that either can make significant profit by selling or not a significant profit if sold section. And then it makes a sort of square grid, which you'll be able to see on YouTube and you won't be able to see on if you're listening. But one section on the top side is helps the team, so would weaken us, to sell this player, and the other side says you can sell them without really weakening the team at all. So let's start with the best section, and that's the section that helps the team or the squad and would really weaken us to sell these players, and also can make a significant profit by selling them. So they're really valuable. They've made a lot. They're worth a lot more money than either we bought them for, or that they're youth products, and also they really help the team because they're good usually players. So in this section, let's see if you disagree with anyone. I've got a feeling you might. Mike Penders, obviously, Levi Colwill, Chalobah and James, obviously they're youth products, so they're obviously worth a lot to the club to sell all these players. Malo Gusto is in this section because he would make a significant profit by selling him. Debatably whether he helps the squad, although Reece James is obviously, with him being the only player at right back, if we sold him, I can see why he's made this section. Achimpong, Andre Santos, Cole Palmer, Esteval, and Nicholas Jackson is in this section as well. Just again because it would weaken the squad to sell him. He's a better player right now probably than Liam Delap. What do you guys think about that section? Give me your agrees and disagrees.
I mean, obviously Gusto he should have his own colour. Gusto should be in green. Is that right? So if they make a significant profit and they don't weaken the team, right? If they get sold.
Yeah. So I guess the reason Gusto's in there is because if James got injured, who would you play at right back if it's not Gusto?
Achimpong.
Yeah, I think Gusto right now at right back is a better player than Achimpong.
Achimpong's 19, isn't he? Penders is a confusing one. I don't think Penders would weaken because he's not in the team, is he? So it's.
I think we could weaken if we sold Mike Penders, it would weaken our squad going forward because of Penders' age, you'd have to sign a goalkeeper then, right? To play.
I think we could sign a better one than Penders at the moment, surely. We've never seen him really play. We haven't seen him play at Chelsea. Obviously, he's playing in Strasbourg.
I don't think we'd be just to be clear. I don't think we'd be looking. If you've got Mike Penders on your books, one of the most promising young goalkeepers in world football, and he's 19.
Isn't this what people are saying? Like Kendry Pires is another one, but
he's 20 years old. Yeah, but Kendry Pires has never played in Europe.
He actually looks like Walter as well, doesn't he? He literally looks like Walter.
Yeah, so he's 20 years old. So I think he's a player that I think a lot of top clubs would be interested in. Hence why he would make a significant profit by selling him. And I don't think Chelsea basically have any interest in selling Mike.
And Jackson's an interesting one. I think Jackson is interesting in the summer because I'm probably in a position where I would just sell Delap and just keep Jackson.
Well, I think that's a realistic thing that they'll do.
Because I don't see this club going heavy for a 9. So in that case, better the devil you know, I guess, in terms of Jackson.
The devil you know. Imagine spending so much money with like 70 players.
So we've got João Pedro at 9, and he is. I think if you were to rank like the 9s in the Premier League right now, who would you have ahead of João Pedro?
Not many.
Who would you trade João Pedro for in the Premier League right now?
Let's be honest, there is still doubt that can João Pedro keep this going over a long-term period, right? Can it? Is he?
I think Pedro's made.
Has he been converted fully to a 9? You'd hope so. Obviously, he's got
probably Haaland.
João Pedro's got
you'd obviously trade.
Wow.
You'd obviously trade João Pedro for Haaland and probably Ekitike, but beyond that,
I don't know about Ekitike. I know he scored a couple of goals with his. He toe punted one in the other day, and everyone calling him Torres. But I don't get ahead of yourself too much.
Sure. So I think when you're saying we need to sign, I think we've got a really good 9, and I think if you had Jackson, Amiga and João Pedro as your trio at 9 next year, I think that's really, really strong.
I think if you were looking to actually get a
agree with
decent, I think if you were like properly into like winning the league, you get rid of Jackson and try and get someone better. They won't do that because it's not within their
Because they
wheelhouse
shouldn't.
to get rid of him.
But, yeah.
No, he's poor. Look, well, why did he go on loan if he's this good?
So I think Jackson had a bit of a fallout with Maresca, it sounds like, but now Maresca's gone. I think Jackson.
Let's be honest. You guys don't really rate Jackson. I rate him a bit more.
Well, I rate him as a striker too. I rate him as a forward too. If he's João Pedro's backup, I'm happy with that.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I've just seen so much of Delap. I know Jackson can be a bit hot and cold to say the least, and he can be a bit Werner in front of goal, obviously.
Well, that's his job.
Yeah, but like we have Delap on the books, and I would say that he is 4 times better than Delap, but I'm not joking.
I also think Jackson can play. I know Brady, you're going to be a fan of what I say right now. I think Jackson can play left wing,
left 10.
Yeah,
so like,
left. Yeah,
and the thing with Jackson
What's going on here?
Well, because I think
like memory wipes. This is it.
I'll be honest. I never wanted Jackson sold, so like it's not memory wipe for me. He got a really. It's classic discipline. I mean, he started the red card trend. The reason he got Maresca iced him is because he elbowed someone. Was it Botman at St James's Park? That's why he got iced. I mean, Nick Jackson.
Look, we shouldn't spend any time talking about this guy. He's absolutely. Like, we tried to get rid of him. The fact he's coming back is because no one wants him.
Just obviously your take is that Jackson's like terrible or whatever. But like, what if we do sell him? How much do you think he'll be sold for, Nicholas Jackson? What price do you think he'll get?
More than what we bought him for.
50 million, yeah.
Just get rid of him.
Yeah, but so obviously other teams like are going to value him really highly. So that should be alarm bells, Chris,
when
you don't rate. So I would keep him if we're as in I think as a striker 2-3 he's a good option. Yeah, if he's happy with that role.
Obviously he's not happy with the role. He's not going to be happy with that, is he?
Well, let's see. Right, let's move on to the section can sell without weakening the team and could make a significant profit. So we're talking Tosin. There's only 3 players in this section. Tosin, Mamadou Sarr, and Mark Guiu.
And obviously, you just immediately put Gusto in that section. Obviously.
I don't know about. Have we seen enough of Sarr to give that opinion?
Yeah, well, I think we've bought him for 12 million, right? So I think he's significantly.
Yeah, but weakening the team, he's like the defenders are so bad. So bad.
He looks good, so I wouldn't be selling him.
I think he looks fairly reasonable for.
This isn't a section, to say sell him. This is a section to say we can sell him without weakening. It's like if we sold Mamadou Sarr tomorrow, the squad. No one's saying the squad's going to be. Oh, we're in big trouble.
Subjective, or objective, or whatever. You can't. Ask me in a year. I don't know the answer to that because he's young. So
let's talk about Tosin.
Obviously, Tosin should go.
He's absolute toilet. He's got to go.
I mean, we can
sell him for significant profit because
the thing with Tosin is I don't want to be too disrespectful because he's obviously a really good character around the group and he's like a nice lad and he's a good pro. But I'm not going to be like slagging him off. But obviously, this year he's a bit well, it's not. He was fine last year, and he's regressed this year. Because he hasn't really got any minutes, and he's just below the other centre back. So it's pretty clear that him and Badiashile. I know Badiashile's in the pink here because.
Sorry, no. Do you remember the beginning of the season? He was playing every week, and he kept giving away goals.
No, look, I want to sell Tosin. I just don't think we should. I'm very valued in this group where you've got an idiot like Fofana, essentially just like tackling. Literally, did you see the first yellow? Have you seen the first yellow? I know.
Yeah, I saw it live.
He literally just lasered Hannibal for no reason. There's like 10 players there. Like, what is Hannibal going to do?
The first yellow, by the way, is never a yellow card. But yeah.
Yeah, but Craig, I'm sorry, no. It's like Caicedo against Leeds. It wasn't a penalty, but don't put yourself in that position. Just let the play go.
I thought the Caicedo one was a penalty.
Sorry.
I thought the Caicedo one in Leeds was a penalty. But yeah. Right, let's move on to the yellow section here, which is not a significant profit in sold, mostly because a lot of these guys were very expensive to buy, but they really helped the team, so would weaken us to sell them. So Bobby Sanchez, obviously best goalkeeper in the Premier League this season. Marc Cucurella, the best left back in the Premier League. Wes Fofana, 80 million. We're never getting our money back, but he is obviously valuable when he plays, not on Saturday. Enzo, been really good this season. And obviously can't make a profit on him. Same with Caicedo. And João Pedro, we just signed him for 50 million. probably isn't worth much more than about 70, 80 right now. But obviously, with the way FFP works, we there's no significant profit if sold, and also he's really good, so we would never sell him. Don't think any arguments with that section. I think that all makes sense.
Fofana's got to be a bit careful. I think if he has,
Fofana's going into the red, can sell without weakening the team.
It's that mentality you talk about. I think he's got a lot of ability, but with his injury record and the smirking when he goes off,
he wasn't smirking when he went off, but he was smiling because he was laughing at the ref, like because he thought it was a joke decision. Enzo, you could move over, I think, to the red.
No.
He wasn't even playing on Saturday, was he?
Yeah,
he did have a bad game on Saturday, but
he has been very good. He has been very good.
We played with 10 men.
So now we get to the problem section, which is the red section, which is the most section.
Let's go.
So
Neto.
We can sell them without weakening the team. So this isn't my sport thing, but this is so we can sell them without weakening the team, which I would agree with almost all of these guys, and also they're not going to be a significant profit if sold because their value is not much higher than what the so this is the most debatable section. I think I would disagree actually with a few of these. So Jorgensen's first, obviously he's worthless to the team, and he's we actually signed him, I think, for, let's just have a quick
22.5, I think it was.
Yeah, he was a big fee.
No, it wasn't that big. 25
million. Yeah, it was. It was 20 million quid. So he's probably worth about half of that now, and he's not very good.
For him.
You can get 20 mil for your go.
Benoit Badiashile as well.
He was 35
million euros.
35, 35
we won't be getting anywhere near that for
35 million pounds.
35 million pounds. We won't be getting anywhere near that for him, and he is obviously completely useless.
Drop that in the bank account instead of giving it to Monaco.
Hatto obviously because we've just signed him and he's not been great.
Fine.
Yeah,
what was the Hatto? What was the Hatto?
For 40 million.
He wasn't that much.
No, he was 35 million.
Oh my goodness! What were they thinking?
He's fine, Hatto. I'm telling you, Hatto's a good player.
So Hatto's fine. Obviously, he's not worth. If we sold him, it wouldn't be a massive deal. But also, we won't sell him because
I think it would be quite a big deal because we need to buy another left back.
Asugo is in this section as
well. Never sell him.
Again, we haven't seen him.
Lavia clearly in this section.
Never sell him.
Can't sell him yet.
Neto in this section clearly. Liam Delap. Clearly,
I wonder what we do if you took away all of Neto's goals and assists this season.
I thought that we would get a profit. I was told that we make 20 million Liam Delap the minute we sign him. What happened to that? Why is he in this section then?
Well, because it's only been a year since so a lot of these guys are recent buys.
I was told the minute you signed, we make 20 million. So what's going on here? Eh?
Yeah, well, Liam Delap is so the section is not a significant profit if sold. So I think Delap's been obviously injury riddled season. He's not been good.
Don't give me injury riddled.
I think
he injures other people.
I think we're going to get our money back on Liam Delap. And so he falls into this section, which is not significant.
Well, not really, because we've lost money.
Same with a lot of these guys, to be honest. Like we're talking about Hatto and Asugo.
I mean, Gittins, you just can't sell because
Gittins will go down. Gittins is already probably the worst signing under this ownership, just because of the fee, right? He 48.5 million. It is that fee when you look at the player, even being a young player, that fee is like. It's very bad. Garnacho, I think clearly.
Again, I was told we would print on him. I was told we print money on him. I was told why was I?
Mudryk. I mean, I don't know what to say.
You can't sell him either. He's banned.
We had some rumor that.
Have you noticed we have 4 wingers in here? By the way, they can all the wingers can go apparently.
And I think, well,
actually, all our wingers are in there. Esteval.
Esteval's actually good, so that's why he's not.
As much as I joke about Neto, if we sold Neto, it would weaken the team right now, definitely, because he is, he's Willian, isn't he?
I think if you had Palmer at right wing and Esteval, if you had Palmer at right wing and Esteval at left wing, I think it would make the team better.
If Butson maybe
Palmer was the best 10 in the world. What happened to that?
I'm saying we're saying that if we sold Neto and we had
I've
to play these
got 180 instead of Neto in the summer. I don't think you can sell Neto in the summer because you can't rely on the other people who'll be believing behind. Like, if we sell Neto,
we'd have to sign a winger, and obviously Quender's coming in as well.
Well, I don't think they will sign a winger. I think
Quender boy.
They will sign a winger this summer. Yeah. 100%. They already were inquiring about Semenyo when he was up in January as well. I think it's very clear.
I mean, it'd have to be Oceana nightclub, 1 in, 1 out, wouldn't it? I mean, you're gonna get crowded, boy. Like, have Garnacho, Gittins, Coenda, Neto, Esteval, Palmer.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, one of these four, two of these four probably. I mean, let's ignore Madrid. One of these three. Will have to go in the summer.
I think it'll be Garnacho, clearly, because he'll stink up his agent and he'll want to go.
Yeah, he ain't get the minutes. Ansel Mino, we've not really seen, so I don't think he should.
He's at Strasbourg. He did not play last night.
The only thing I've seen of this geezer is he's crying in Dortmund because he was leaving. That's the most activity.
He might just have to go to Dortmund.
Yeah.
But if he's good, people saying he might be quite good, so who knows?
Gary O'Neill picking up a 3-1 win last night. So Ansel Mino did not play. He came on in the 90th minute.
Chelsea manager in 2027.
Just remember, Gary, don't win too many games.
It is so funny.
Be allowed in the Champions League, mate.
It's so funny that Gary O'Neill might be Chelsea manager in the future. That's so funny.
That would be hilarious.
Well, you love Gary O'Neill, don't you, Chris? Right.
I'd love it for you.
Right, that was interesting. Should we do around the grounds? That was interesting. Yeah, should we do around the grounds?
Yeah, let's do around the grounds.
Thanks for bringing that forward, Craig. That was good.
No worries. Right, let's talk some Premier League. It's already 0-0 here in this key game between Everton and Manchester United. Usually the Monday Night Football we're not even keeping track of, but tonight is a massive game for Chelsea as we need
Everton to do us
a favour,
to
dick them down the Dickinson. On a Monday Night Football.
Language.
Don't bring the tone down.
Go on, you Blues.
Right. Let's.
George. He scores against Man United to keep Chelsea in the top 5 at a Tyree George.
We'll go around the ground and we'll start with game. It was this week, so we'll have a little laugh at Arsenal. Wolves 2, Arsenal 2. Let's have a chat about it.
I didn't prepare this one.
This was an absolute disaster class.
This is very good. 0.3.
Raya can't save shots from outside his area, and apparently he can't communicate with his defence either.
That's the thing for Sunday. Actually, they should really be looking at that. Shoot on sight outside the box.
Yeah, Enzo did that last time and he failed.
That's the Aston Villa plan, isn't it? Right. Speaking of Villa, let's start around the grounds properly. Aston Villa 1, Leeds United 1. Tammy popping up.
Go on, Chris. You go first every time. Go on, Chris.
Tammy in attack. Villa's going to win Champions League.
Villa's going to make the Champions.
Yeah, maybe. This was a very good result for us. Leeds got an amazing free kick from Stack. But Tammy on hand, as he always is, for the goal.
The stats are coming in. It's like the dark clouds coming in over Birmingham. The XG is gathering for Villa. They're starting to actually get results that they should. And they're my main hope for top 5. Because I think United and Liverpool are going to be strong. Us catching them is my main hope.
Brighton with a massive away win at Brentford, 2-0. Brentford losing at home. Their Champions League hopes in tatters.
Very surprising. Although, if you look at the stats, I mean, I actually bought in Dango and Thiago in FPL, and Dango should have had something this game. Yeah.
No penalties for Brentford. Unlucky lads.
Chelsea 1, Burnley 1. We've covered. West Ham United 0, Bournemouth 0.
West Ham are on fire. They should have won this one.
I mean, that Rayan, at Bournemouth, what a player, by the way. He looks
he does look good. Is he the real Esteval?
I mean, he's a big lad, and he's got everything. I mean, he looks so good.
They said that this guy was going to be the next Semenyo, so who knows, maybe he is.
He looks better.
I mean, he's got the build. He's got the build, for sure.
He looks fantastic.
Man City 2, Newcastle 1.
Routine. Newcastle not playing carrier bag now, lads. Bad luck.
Yeah, I mean, Pep's Pep's feeling it, isn't he? He in the middle of the season he was in his feelings a bit, but now he's feeling the charge. You know, the empty ad is making some noise when they actually win a match now. So,
also, their goal should have been disallowed. Newcastle clearly interfering with play. I don't know why that wasn't given.
They're just not great away from. I mean, famous last words. We might have them in the Champions League home and away, and we've got them at home soon. But they're just not great away. Newcastle. They don't travel well, and no Bruno Gomes just kills them really. Well, not kills them, but it really affects them badly.
Palace 1, Wolves 0. 90th minute winner for Palace against 10-man Wolves.
Do you see the second yellow in this game where the guy kicked it to the whistle when he got sent off? Do you see this?
Yeah.
He's so unlucky. He cleared it because he thought it was in play and they sent him off for kicking for dissent. It's mental.
Missed the penalty as well, Wolves.
I've got to say the refereeing over the last couple of weekends has been diabolical.
I mean, the Premier League refereeing is absolutely atrocious. Did you see we'll come to this Spurs-Arsenal game,
we'll talk about
the start of that game where there was some sort of communication or tech issue with the linesman. A 15-minute wait they had to try and sort this out. Not only with the wait that they had during the game, but then the start of the second half got delayed. We almost missed 15 minutes of game time with that. I mean,
they don't care about the fans though, because the fans get back late. I know this is a London derby, so not about too much, but fans are travelling to games and stuff, so sort it out.
Unfortunately, let's talk about Forest 0, Liverpool 1. 90+7 winner for Alexis McAllister.
Yeah, he handballed one in a minute before that, didn't he? And then this one was a lot better. Although this was interfering with play. The guy was offside, but they don't seem to care about it. This is a good win because I don't think they were that good in this game, especially in the first half. So, good result.
Callum couldn't do it for us, could he?
Hudson-Odoi.
Couldn't finish his dinner.
We really needed Forest to do something they looked like they were going to in that game. Sunderland 1, Fulham 3. Sunderland really starting to run out of puff.
That's literally my quote. They've literally run out of puff. They've come out of blocks really fast. Now they're dead on their feet. Dead done, I think.
But they're going to be up.
They're up. They'll get like 45 points. But
look at that. Look at that form for Sunderland. Loss, win, loss.
They've got emergency form there. 999.
Last but not least, Tottenham 1, Arsenal 4.
Oh, this is Eze again. He's just too good against Tottenham, isn't he? Their second goal for Tottenham should have stood. I think there's
that was ridiculous.
Diving, really bad diving. What I always say is, if it was the other way around, I don't think if Gabriel had done that to Moani, I don't think it would have been a penalty.
Look, we'll lead into it because we're playing Arsenal on Sunday and they're left on us. They'll probably turn us over. But some of their antics on the pitch are absolutely pathetic. Like earlier in the season, he's literally like WWE and like chokeslam inverts, and he gets a little flower touch to the back and he's over. That Gabriel, absolutely pathetic. Yeah, no medals, nothing. 30. He's giving it out like he's prime John Terry. This geezer.
I might have to turn it off on Sunday if they go 2-0 up.
I just hope. One hope for the game. Just stick it on Gabriel. Like leave one on him. Like I hate him.
Pedro's his teammate, right, for Brazil.
Yeah, and last time he was trying to bully Esteval when we played him in the first leg of the League Cup semi. And Esteval was raging. So I love Esteval to score the winner and get in his face. That would be the best.
Arsenal looks fantastic. That's the best I've seen him for a while.
Yeah, really good. And obviously Spurs absolutely horrendous.
Their Spurs are very good to make. They made teams look good.
Yeah, but North London derby, innit?
Yeah. That Igor Tudor's like, I've never been in a situation like this. Because he's known as like the club saver, like the club whisperer. He comes in, he'll fix any problem. Igor
would do it. They go down. They might go down, yeah.
I was actually like laughing, but I looked at their fixtures. They've got Fulham away next.
I think I said this on the last pod, right? That they actually there is a chance they go down.
Can you just put up the fixtures really quickly, Tottenham, just for 2 minutes?
To start with, just put the table up. They got 29 points, and obviously West Ham have 25. They're in the relegation, so they're only 4 points above the relegation.
They've got to play Forest as well.
And I think Forest played pretty well, against Liverpool. I think they got a chance.
They got Fulham away, Palace at home, Liverpool away, Forest at home.
In the last 9 games, they're bottom of the table. If you look at that, like they've only got 4 points, I think. They've got 2 wins since the beginning of November. They've got 2 wins in the Prem.
We could send them down Sunday, 17th of May. Spurs at home.
Can you imagine? Oh, yes. Rosenior be a hero.
If Spurs go down at Stamford Bridge, you might see the fan base like riot.
If it's like Spurs go down and Chelsea clinch top 5, Rosenior gets a new contract, that would be absolute vibes.
What you want is Rosenior loses the next sort of 6 or 7 games. He gets replaced by Mourinho. He joins and he sends Tottenham down. An absolutely assassin.
Right, let's wrap it up, guys. Thanks very much for today.
No worries.
And yeah, we'll be back to talk about a massive victory away at Arsenal on Sunday. All right, as always, we hope you're carefree wherever you may be. Thanks for listening.